And welcome back to Comic Frontline, everybody. I am Brant Fowler, aka the Gonzogoose, back with you for another comic review. This time we're talking WWE number 4 from Boom Studios, written by Dennis Hopeless with art by Serge Acuna, colored by Doug Garbark, and lettered by Jim Campbell. And the backup story, Welcome Home, written by Ryan Ferrier, illustrated by Clay McCormack, colored by Del Knief, and lettered by Jim Campbell, cover by Dan Mora. On a bunch of variant covers as well. This issue picks up where Seth is rehabbing his knee. He's trying to come back. He's trying to redesign, rebuild, and reclaim. And he's trying to get in the building. It's that episode of Raw where he comes in after Roman Reigns defends against AJ Styles and he pedigrees him. That's what this is. It's leading up to that. And this whole issue is about his struggle trying to make it to the arena. He's been cleared, and Triple H is throwing everything, including the kitchen sink, at him, or the bathroom sink, if you will. If you read the issue, you'll get that. Trying to keep Seth from the arena. And he's fighting against obstacles. His car gets blocked in. He trades an autograph for a motorcycle. He gets blocked at the entrance by a bunch of guards. The superstars are in on it because they're going to get a favor if they stop him. So every little thing, and you're getting his inner monologue, his narration throughout the entire issue, as you have since issue 1. And it's just about his journey, to become the character that we know him as today. And of course, like every issue, if you have not read the series, it takes the in-ring storylines and takes them beyond the ring to behind the scenes and backstage, where it's, we know the scripted side of wrestling. They don't explore that side of it. They act as if these storylines continue off camera. And so that's what we have. We have Seth Rollins dealing with Triple H, who thinks it's best for business for him to stay out until he wants to use him. And Seth Rollins is tired of listening to everybody tell him what to do. So that's what he's going to do. He goes in there, pedigrees Roman Reigns, puts him out, and that's your issue. It was a really solid story. I thought the likenesses throughout. We got to see AJ Styles, we got to see R-Truth, we got to see Goldust, Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho, various others throughout the issue, and it was really interesting. Like I said, the likenesses are really good throughout this entire book. I love this. It felt like it was Seth Rollins' voice, even though obviously when the cameras aren't rolling and he's, off on his own, he's a completely different person. That's a character he plays in the ring. But it felt like that character throughout this. Dennis Hopeless is a fantastic writer, and I'm a big fan of a lot of his work, and this is another example of it. I think he's done a phenomenal job with this book so far, and the art, again, I think it's fantastic. You had one thing, I've said this in previous reviews of this book, one thing I always get concerned with wrestling books is the artist getting the moves actually right, and getting all that stuff right, because it's easy to, if you're not a wrestling fan, to or you don't have the right reference, to kind of call a body slam a spine buster, or vice versa, and so on and so forth. But I felt like they really did a good job here. The only thing is, Kevin Owens did his pop-up powerbomb on Seth Rollins backstage through a table, and 2 seconds later Seth Rollins is up punching him and knee him in the face. So that was a little bit, if you got to make it believable that is his finisher, he wouldn't have gotten up right away from that. But it's just a little nitpick I had about it. And then we have this backup story with Bray Wyatt talking to some fan that we never see, and we see Randy Orton and Luke Harper in the background. This was obviously before they split, and Bray Wyatt is doing his normal speech that he does, this creepy horror speech to this fan, saying, "Little bird, you're going to join the fold, yada yada." He puts the sheep mask on him. Really creepy, kind of a your Tales from the Crypt kind of stuff going on there. It was a nice little backup story, and who knows where that's going to go, but I thought it was pretty cool. Again, the likenesses in that story were phenomenal as well. I love this book. This is probably the best wrestling themed book I've ever read, and I think Boom Studios has a winner on their hands with this. It reaches out to the fan base, but it goes beyond that and tells a good triumphant story as well. So I love this book. Hope you guys, if you're wrestling fans, you definitely got to read this. You got to check it out. And I'm going to give this one 4.5 stars. I thought it was phenomenal. So there you go, 4.5 stars for WWE #4 from Boom Studios. Let me know what you thought of the book in the comments below, and if you like this review, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Check out all the other content here on Comic Frontline, and check out our live show on Tuesdays around 9:30, 10 p.m. Eastern Time as we discuss our favorite books of the week. This could be one of them. Who knows? You'll have to wait until Tuesday to see. And you can check me out on lastnumberpress.com, zone4podcast.com, youtube.com/whatthecard, and of course right here on Comic Frontline and my channel, youtube.com/BrantFowler. So until next time, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.